Yo, good people, it's your boy Godly Mind State. Back at you with another one. Go ahead and like, subscribe, share my video as soon as you come in the room. I very much appreciate it. I very much appreciate your time. I ran into an interesting article in townhall.com. Okay, this article was written by Katrina Pearson. Title of the article, as you can see, Identity Politics Today. Black faces should stop talking with white liberal talking points. Now, of course, to me that translate black liberals should stop. Say black faces should stop talking like motherfucking token Negroes. That's what that translate to me. So this article was written on the 23rd of July, man. We're gonna get into it just a little bit, okay? Here go that's the squad. Those are this the center home crew right here. You know, one of these ladies, I don't know which one of them. One of them they chanted center home about what Trump took shots at all of these women. I'm sure y'all know that already. It's a casualty of the good guy right there, man. You just gotta bear with me in those moments, okay? It says race politics is the lifeblood of the modern Democrat Party. You know I gotta go line for line, or at least ideal for ideal, point for point. And it says race politics is the lifeblood of the modern Democrat Party, and this is so true, man. They see the Democrat. They've been playing their game for so many years now, man, and they just got accustomed for us going right along with the shit that they were saying that, you know, as far as black people, that they are the party that got black interests in mind. And when we both know that as long as this system has been in place and been around and been modified and customized all of these years, it's never been, no political party has ever been, you know, in the practice of promoting the black man to his proper place in society. So to say that racism is definitely the lifeline of modern Democrats and Republicans. They play the race game and they play it well and they play it a lot. That's an understatement. That's very much definitely a statement that I agree wholeheartedly with. It says, look no further than Ayanna Pressley for proof. The freshman member of Congress thinks it's her place to demand that all other minority leaders march in lockstep with her views. Yet the truth is she's nothing more than a bully who parrots the talking points of the rich, white liberals. Okay, so Ayanna Pressley, I don't know which one of these women Ayanna Pressley is. It don't even matter to me. It's one of them. But it said that, you know, apparently that if you not agreeing with Ayanna and you're a minority, then she don't want to hear what you got to say. She not entertaining what you got to say. You wrong and she right. So, you know, she one of them. She's like Roland Martin. Like, if you don't do what I say, you just stupid. You just a stupid MF and you're a simple Simon. If you don't agree with my viewpoints and my theories, and you don't vote for who I tell you to vote for, you just stupid. That sounds like one of those situations. But you know, let's dive deeper. Congresswoman Pressley made waves recently when she presumed to declare that we don't need brown faces that want to be brown voices. We don't need black faces that don't want to be black voices. The farther I get, the deeper I get into the article, sound like Congresswoman Presley, she might be a candidate for the Token Negro series. Like I said, I you know, I'm not real familiar with any other names in politics. I'm learning them as we go right now, but I can just tell off of these statements that she making that. Okay, let's break the statement down. It said Congresswoman Presley made waves recently when she presumed to declare that we don't need brown faces that want to be brown voices. We don't need black faces that don't want to be black voices. So basically, what she's saying, you know, when you peel out all of the layers off of that shit is if you black or brown, because you know they always group us together, but if you not in the practice of upholding white supremacy, white extremity, if you not in the practice of keeping the status quo, being status quo and hoping that some kind of way the system, the flawed system work itself out and become unflawed. If you not willing to wait and just play this same political game that we've been playing for years and years and years, then she don't feel like you represent the same thing that she represent. So with that being said, you being the Congresswoman, you not mirroring or reflecting the sentiments of the people who you supposed to be acting in the best interest for. If you don't want them to be just some docile voices, just some echoing white extremist ideas and thought patterns, then she don't want nothing to do with you. So that's what I got out of that. It says Presley's comments raise important questions about minority political representation that should not be dismissed out of hand. For instance, what does it mean to be a black or brown voice? Well, I just told you what she meant by that, so no need to tell you again if you were listening. If you weren't listening, just run it back 2 minutes. Presley clearly thinks that she possesses the ultimate truth. Black and brown voices that aren't mindlessly echoing her radical left-wing ideology don't count. Ironically, though, Presley's idea of a black voice is one that promotes a political program devised by and for white liberals. And now, you know, Presley, I'm sure that she been to school for years and been well versed, so she know the language, she know the rhetoric, and she know the dog whistle, she know all of that. She know what it's saying, and what she's saying to y'all is, I don't give a fuck about how y'all feel. I got to do what's most important for me and my pockets and me aligning myself with white extremists. And if you're not willing to play that game, then I don't represent you. Take your motherfucking vote and go somewhere else and vote for somebody else. I guess that's what she wants you to do, or that's what she's saying. She's saying that you're not part of what she a part of, which is fine with me and fine with a lot of more people. We not voting for this shit. We not voting for these motherfuckers no way. So, you know, it is what it is. The purge is real. She purged just with these statements that I'm reading from this article that she responsible for making. She purging herself out of anything that got to do with black empowerment. She's definitely not an advocate for empowering the people, okay? So therefore, I'm not no advocate for her. It says over the past decade, white liberals have become thoroughly radicalized on race issues. Matthew Iglesias, co-founder of the left-wing website Vox, has deemed the phenomenon the Great Awakening. As Iglesias writes, on key measures of racial attitudes, white liberals' opinions have moved to the left, where black and Latinos' opinions are. Let me read that again. As Iglesias writes, on key measures of racial attitudes, white liberals' opinion has moved to the left or where black and Latino opinions are. So it's saying what it's saying right there is that the men on the left who used to play the game and say that, well, yeah, we really, you Joe Biden, yeah, we really got, we really got you guys in mind talking to black people. They're not even really saying that no more. They telling you straight up and down that we not doing anything for y'all in particular as a group. We're gonna do something for everybody, which, like we already been over before, that just keeps status quo right there at status quo. So if you're doing something for everybody, you definitely not doing something for us with us in mind. And that's fine. You don't have to do shit with us in mind. Just like we don't got to go out and vote for y'all. So it's kind of at a, might be somewhere getting close to a standoff right now. Cause we see it's apparent that over the next year and a half, up until this election cycle go through, that they gonna try to ignore the voice of the black media. But it's hard to ignore the voice of the black media when all the talking points that are coming up in the black media, even though y'all not mentioning any of the black media in particular, but all the talking points that's coming up that's opposing status quo positions is all coming from the black media, and it mirrors everything that you hear. It mirrors everything that you hear the Black Authority, Jason Black, talk about. It mirrors everything that you hear Professor Black Truth talk about. All of these, that's what make these men such valid people to listen to and derive some of your idea from, because if you listen to videos they put out in the past and they tell you, well, you see that how they playing this game and it's headed toward this, and before you turn back around, this is gonna be the situation. Anytime they make a proclamation like that, it coming true. So they well versed in the strategies and the tactics of white extremists and the opposition of this movement. So they telling us what to be prepared for. They telling us that it's gonna be a fight. They telling us that it ain't for everybody. This is not for the faint of heart. So if you are faint of heart, it's gonna be nowhere for you eventually. But if you need to go ahead and man up, woman up, and understand that in order for you to benefit from this movement, from this wave of action that's taking place, if you want your piece of that pie when it come around, you got to be playing a vital part in it right now. And that ain't making YouTube videos, that ain't doing no protests or none of that. But what it is being honest with who you are. No matter who around, no matter what the situation is, you got to be honest to yourself, and you got to be acting accordingly to the benefit of us as a whole, not just you as an individual. Okay, because right now it's gonna take a nation of us to fight this thing, man. So right now is the time to tighten your bootstraps, tighten your belt loops up, tie your shoestrings up, and let's get ready to fight. You gotta fight anyway, whether you plan on being in this fight or not. You gonna have to fight. If you got kids, if you got any plans of having any type of future life that's respectable, and you want to be worthy of looking yourself in the mirror and knowing that you fought the good fight, then this is kind of the kind of movement that you're gonna have to be down with. It is what it is. It's white liberals support unfettered immigrations and believe in the benefits of diversity, with assimilation of significantly higher rates than blacks or Hispanics do. That shouldn't be surprising, since illegal immigration causes the greatest harm to black and Hispanic communities, where workers are more likely to be displaced or see their wages fall due to competition from unskilled, poorly educated illegal aliens. Now, woo, I'm smoking on the good gas, y'all. Now that's that's been a thing ever since I entered the workforce. It always been a thing where foreigners. Most we always said that we're Mexican coming over here, and I'm not gonna say they doing bad jobs. I'm not gonna say that, but they doing job for half of the price that these jobs call, because that, for the simple fact that they illegal and they gotta take the work, and the money double up when they send it back over there anyway. So that's always been an issue. But what the white extremists, they need immigrants of color, for the simple fact so they can always have somebody to prop up over the natural habitat of this land, the American descendants of slaves. Okay, so that's why they play that illegal immigration game like that, and that's why they boost them up, so they could always be able to compare themselves to black folks and say, well, at least we doing better than them. It's just the game. It's the game that they play. It's oppression that it's finding. It's getting you to buy into a system that's oppressing you and telling you, well, you couldn't be getting oppressed because you doing better than them. So, and most of those foreigners, they go for it. They come over here and the first thing they do is want to separate themselves from being black, and tell you that they not from this country. They ancestors ain't slaves that built their country. So if we're gonna separate it now, we're gonna separate it then. And it is what it is. This movement that I am, it's a movement for all people, but it's a movement for black people first, okay? This is the B1 movement, Black Brigade, man. And we only fight for what's ours. We're not demanding anything that's not owed to us, okay? So, that is what it is. It says, white liberals also call racism the greatest barrier facing the black community at higher rates than African Americans themselves believe. While 48% of white Democrats self-identify as liberal, the same is true of 28% of black Democrats, who are actually slightly more likely to identify as conservative. So basically, what this saying right here, right now, is you don't know what the fuck you classify yourself as, and I'm agreeing with this point in the article. It's saying we running around calling ourselves progressive, we calling ourselves liberal, but really we got traditional. Besides white power being the dominant force in the nation, but really we got traditional values for it. We want the best man to win. We want the race to start on the even playing field. We don't want to participate in all of this emasculation of black men, and we don't want to participate in all of this rainbow coalition shit. Okay? It's not the point that we hate the rainbow coalition. We just feel like that it's being pushed on our society at a very, very high rate, at an alarming rate, that is in a spiteful, devil advocate, vengeful way that's not healthy for our people, man. One of the main reasons for a man and a woman to meet each other is to be so they can come together and be productive. So if you pushing for the rainbow coalition like that right there, you ain't pushing for procreation. It is what it is. Some of my views is not gonna be liked. Most of my views is not gonna be liked by a lot of motherfuckers, but as long as I feel like I'm telling the truth, and God is convicting me to tell the truth, then that's what you're gonna get from me. It says, when social justice warriors such as Representative Presley talk about black voices, they aren't speaking to the black community. They are appealing directly to the white liberal base. You know, I would go back in the end to figure out again. I forgot who I said wrote this article, but I'm gonna have to check out more of her articles or his article, whoever, cause you know they operating in truth. Like this is a also true statement. It says when social justice warriors such as Representative Presley talk about black voices, they aren't speaking to the black community. They are appealing directly to the white liberal base. Yeah, of course, because if they were speaking, if they really were the voice of the people, they'll be reflecting what the people saying. What the people are saying is, we're not gonna vote until reparations is on the table. So this lady Presley, I ain't never heard her say a fucking word, but I know if you ask her about reparations, I know the first thing she gonna say is no such thing as reparations. That was too far. That was too long ago. We're not gonna give reparations now for something that happened back then. So I can guarantee you that. So I'm just basically agreeing with this paragraph. She not listening. She not listening to the people and not reflecting what the people say. She only trying to prop herself up and make sure that she can get the minor trinkets, the minor little rewards that the dominant society is giving the token Negroes. She's trying to align herself with that. She's not really trying to align herself with the people that she look like and the people that she supposedly represent. Presley and her close comrade, self-identified socialist Republican Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez are among the highest profile beneficiaries of the leftward shift among white liberals. Though Presley and AOC's primary election wins against long-serving Democrats are often attributed to demographic change, the two succeeded in large part thanks to their appeal to affluent white liberals. Of course, that's why they being propped up, cause they in on the fix. If you in on the fix, you think you solidifying yourself, but you really making the slope so slippery that you got to fall down. It's a shame. I'm not even going to get into it too deep because I'm going overtime. Presley, who claims to speak with a true black voice, represents a district in Boston in which the majority of voters are white. AOC, who now vocally opposes gentrification, beat high-ranking Democratic Rep. Michael Crowley in the gentrified neighborhood of Queens, New York, but was crushed in the poor Hispanic neighborhoods for her native Bronx. So that statement right there lets you know right there that if she lost in her own fucking neighborhood, the people who know her, the people who really know her, and the people that she really should be representing, if she didn't get their vote, that let you know that she not speaking on. She not trying to empower the people, bro. She only trying to uphold the system. If your own fucking closest voters don't vote for you, the people who know you, the people who you supposedly the foundation of your political presence is, if they ain't rocking with you, come on, man. It's simple. Say according to the Hill, an aide to one senior Democrat recently said that Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez is the only woman of color when it is only a woman of color when it's convenient. None of those things she fought for align with communities of color, and her group is funded by elite white liberals. She's a puppet. Could the same be said for Ayanna Presley? So these two right here are due for the Token Negro series. Ayanna Presley and Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, cause That's the role that they came to play. They glad about their role that they plan to uphold white extreme society. So it's on the right that they be alienated when the shit hit the fan. Or see how long they hold you up over there, cause it ain't no room over here with us. Minority communities don't need puppets in Congress controlled by elite white liberals to represent us. We need representatives willing to increase our access to economic opportunities. Submission to white liberals has actually harmed communities of color, as leaders who claim to have our best interests in mind have placed a moratorium on interacting with President Trump. I have experienced this firsthand, facing a litany of smears and insults since I first started working for the Trump campaign. So let's see. Right now, yeah, okay, I agree with that. Minorities, no, fuck no, we don't need no motherfucking puppet. We need somebody who gonna hold a Democratic Party, Republican Party, whatever party, feet to the fire to get this ball rolling on the reparation, man. That's the only chip. That's the only thing they're gonna bring us back to the table is a reparation plan that's feasible and formidable and executionable. We gotta be able. They gotta be able to execute this shit. They gotta get it flowing. That's the only way. That's the only way we gonna start back participating in this shit. So that's all that's out there. That's all that's playing this game, this political game. Really left. I ain't gonna say that's all that left, cause I know some people that gonna vote. But as far as the politicians, that's pretty much what's out there, man. Is token Negroes, and we not. We'll sit on and vote forever before we give it to another token Negro or anybody who not acting in according to what we need and what we deem is fair compensation for 400 years of free labor. So if that ain't what you rocking with, then yeah, you might as well don't even ask us to vote. This story, man, I'm not gonna read all the rest of that, man. I read it. I read enough of that. I'm going where I went way over. I'm probably at 20 something minutes already, maybe 30 fucking minutes. Just trying to break down all of the token activity in this one article from the one lady and the other lady that they mentioned in the end. I just can only imagine if I read the entirety of the article how much more token activity is in there. But like I said, we ain't got time for that right now, man. It's your boy, Godly Mind State. Let me know what you think about these people, Cortez and Ayanna Presley, and they token activity, man. It's your boy, Godly Mind State. Like, subscribe, and share my shit.